Hey everyone, welcome back to the podcast. It is really good to have you here. If you are new, this channel is all about helping you improve your English through natural conversations, simple tips, and real stories. We talk like humans, not like textbooks, and we also use accurate lip sync so you can follow every single word.
Yes, seriously. If you want English to feel natural and fun, you are in the right place. Today, we are talking about something that everyone deals with, the little mistakes we make in daily life when we try to speak English. And the crazy part is, these mistakes are not grammar mistakes. These are real, simple things that stop you from sounding natural.
And honestly, I think this episode is going to help a lot of people because we all have moments when we try to speak English and suddenly our brain freezes or we say something weird without realizing it or we do something that makes the conversation awkward.
Totally. And if you have ever felt that moment where you want to say something, but you feel a little unsure or scared that it might sound wrong, trust me, we get it. Everyone feels that.
And that is exactly why you should subscribe right now. Seriously, join our family. Hit that like button too if you want more podcasts like this.
Okay, David, before we start, can I tell you a short story?
Always. Go for it.
So last week, one of my students told me something funny. She said she wanted to ask her friend to open the fan, and she did not understand why her friend laughed.
Oh my God, I hear that all the time. Open the fan, open the light, off the AC, all those.
Exactly. These are not grammar problems. They are daily life habits. People say them without thinking. And honestly, it is not their fault. This is just what they say in their own language.
And it makes total sense because when you translate, you're not trying to be wrong. You're trying to be helpful. You're trying to communicate quickly.
Yeah, and that is the problem. We translate too fast. And that brings us to one of the biggest mistakes people make daily. Direct translation. This is such a common mistake, not grammar, not vocabulary, just the habit of trying to move your native language into English word by word.
Exactly. And it sounds simple, but it is so powerful because when you translate directly, you end up saying things like today morning or myself Akib or open the light.
And people say these things confidently. And then someone laughs or gets confused. And suddenly they feel like they should not talk.
Or they stop talking completely.
Which is the worst outcome because the goal is communication, not perfection.
And hey, if you're listening right now and you do this too, you're completely normal. Seriously, everyone starts like this.
Yeah, exactly. And this is why you should hit the like button if you are enjoying this so far. It helps the podcast reach more learners like you.
Now this next one is one I see every day. People speak too fast. And not because they want to sound fluent. They speak fast because they feel nervous.
Yes. It feels like they need to finish the sentence quickly so they don't get judged.
And when you speak too fast, two things happen. One, you lose clarity. Two, you make more mistakes than you normally would.
I used to do this a lot, actually. I would talk so fast that the other person could not understand me at all. And the funny thing is, when you speak fast, you think you sound confident. But to others, it sounds like you are uncomfortable.
Exactly. And speaking slowly is actually a sign of confidence.
And listeners, trust me, you do not need perfect English to speak slowly. You need comfort.
And to get comfortable, you need practice. And to practice, you need content you enjoy. So subscribe and follow us because our lip sync is accurate and makes it way easier to practice naturally.
Now, another daily life mistake is using too many fillers, like actually, basically, literally, like,
Fillers are normal. We all use them, but when you use too many of them, it makes you sound unsure.
For example, saying like 10 times in one sentence.
Or starting every sentence with actually. Like, actually, I was thinking, actually, I want to say, actually, I know.
And the funny part is, people use fillers to sound polite or soft, but in reality, it makes your message weaker.
So the goal is not to remove fillers completely. The goal is to use them naturally.
Yeah, A little is fine. A lot becomes distracting.
And honestly, if you catch yourself doing this, just slow down and breathe. You don't need to rush your thoughts.
And hey, comment below which filler you use the most. I'm really curious to know, and we read every comment.
Okay, now this one is deep. Overthinking sentences before speaking.
Yes, many English learners rehearse their sentences inside their head before they speak. And the sad part is, the more they plan, the more unnatural the sentence becomes.
And sometimes, by the time they finish planning the sentence, the moment to speak is already gone.
Or someone else speaks before them, and then they stay quiet for the rest of the conversation.
And here's the truth. English is not about perfect planning. It's about flow.
And flow comes from speaking, not from thinking.
Exactly. You learn by doing, not by rehearsing.
And if you have ever felt that moment where you want to speak, but your brain tells you to wait, just remember the listener is not waiting for perfect English. They're waiting for your message.
That is so true. And listeners, if you get value from this, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss future episodes.
Okay, last one. Using unnatural daily phrases.
Yes, these are simple phrases that people use in daily life, but sound strange in English. Not wrong in grammar, just unnatural.
For example, saying, do one thing when you want someone to follow an instruction, or give me tension when you are trying to say someone is stressing you out, or he is my cousin brother, or repeat again, or saying I am coming when you are actually leaving.
These are extremely common in many countries, and they usually come from literal translations.
People do not say these to be wrong. They say these because it feels natural in their language, so they assume it feels natural in English too.
But in English, these phrases create confusion or just sound strange.
And the fun part is, you do not need perfect English to fix this. You just need exposure to natural conversations.
And that is literally why this channel exists, to show you real English spoken by real voices in a way that feels natural.
And the more you listen, the more these small daily mistakes disappear on their own.
And that is the beauty of learning through conversations. You don't memorize, you absorb.
Exactly. Now, before we wrap up, I want to move into something a bit emotional, but still very real.
Go for it.
If you make any of these mistakes, it does not mean you are bad at English. It does not mean you will never become fluent. It simply means you are learning. These daily mistakes are signs that you are using the language, and using the language is the only way to grow.
Absolutely. People who never speak never make mistakes, but they also never improve.
And sometimes learners think that everyone else speaks perfectly, but nobody speaks perfectly, not even native speakers.
Yeah, even native speakers say weird things sometimes, or hesitate, or mispronounce something, or forget words. It's human.
And you are allowed to be human when you speak English.
And you should be, because English is not about speaking like a robot. It's about communicating like a person.
And I want everyone listening to know this. The fact that you are here listening to a podcast to improve already shows your dedication.
And we're really proud of you.
And you should be proud of yourself too. Seriously. Your English journey is not supposed to be perfect. It's supposed to be real.
And real learning comes from conversations, not from pressure.
Exactly. And that's why we try to make this podcast feel like a warm conversation between friends. So you can learn English in a way that feels natural, comfortable, and actually enjoyable.
And speaking of that, if you're enjoying this episode, make sure to subscribe and hit the like button. It helps us reach more learners and keeps us motivated to make more episodes.
Yes, and comment your thoughts too. Tell us which mistake you make the most. We love reading your comments.
And follow our lip sync because it is accurate and super helpful when you're practicing speaking.
You know, I want to end with a small message for the people who feel scared to speak.
Yeah, let's do it.
If you are listening right now and you feel like your English is not good enough, or that people might judge you, or that you make too many small mistakes, I want you to remember something. Every successful English speaker you see today once felt exactly like you.
Every single one, no exceptions.
They also mixed up phrases. They also translated directly. They also spoke too fast. They also hesitated. They also used fillers. They also said unnatural things.
And they learned from those moments, not by avoiding them.
You are on the same path. You're going through the same process, and there is nothing wrong with that.
In fact, it's a sign that you're growing.
Exactly. And your English will get better. Not because you study harder, but because you keep showing up. You listen, you speak, you practice, you try again.
And you learn a little more each time.
And if you keep going, one day you will speak naturally without even thinking about these mistakes.
It becomes automatic.
And when that day comes, you will look back and smile at how far you've come.
So don't stop now. You've already started. That's the hardest part.
And we're here with you in every step of the journey, through every episode, every story, every conversation.
And we want you to be part of this community, so make sure to subscribe if you haven't already.
Like the video if you enjoyed today's conversation.
And follow our lip sync for accurate speaking practice.
And comment your thoughts. We want to hear from you. We read everything you write.
All right, everyone. These were the top 5 English mistakes people make in daily life. Not grammar mistakes, not textbook mistakes, real-life communication mistakes, and simple usage habits.
And we hope this helped you feel a little more confident and a little more motivated to practice your English.
We love making these podcasts for you, and we hope today's episode makes your English journey a little easier.
You are learning, you are improving, and you are doing better than you think.
We'll see you in the next episode.